It's another Friday, so you know it means college football is on the horizon. Yeah, we had some games last night on Thursday, but the big slate Saturday, and I'm ready to talk all about these matchups. Yes, I'm excited. Comedian FunnyMaine, I'm a fan, not an analyst. Fanalyst is on right now. Turn it all the way up. You know, this is actually a good question, but right now, or so far, to me, the answer is easy. I'm going with the team that has went on the road in a hostile environment, found a way to win. Georgia Bulldogs right now, my top team in the SEC. Now, if you've been paying attention, both of these squads are averaging over 45 points a game. You can certainly make an argument about the level of competition that they've played so far, but I got to look at the other side of the ball. Who's playing the better defense? And I think that team is also the home team. Give me the Utah Utes in a close one. Now, Mississippi State fans, you want to make it plain, put it in writing, put it in the atmosphere. Go ahead and buy those tickets to Atlanta because I've given your team nothing but credit these first couple weeks. But you might want to wait about 4 more weeks because that schedule is a gauntlet. So you're about to find out what your team is really about and if they're going to be one of the two teams in Atlanta. Usually I answer this question absolutely not, but I'm thinking about which Tennessee team may show up. Okay, are they going to be battered and bruised from an overtime loss with Georgia and come in half-stepping and UAB energized, or will they take out all their frustrations on UAB? Whatever Tennessee team shows up, that's going to determine the outcome. I'm leaving my space for that. This may end up being the best game of Saturday, and not a lot of people are talking about it, but you got two ranked teams. You got Kurt Signetti, the coach that took Indiana to the playoff last year. Then you got Brett Bielema at Illinois. He's got that team running the ball, playing defense. A lot of SEC fans remember him from Arkansas. I'm going to be watching this one. I'm going to be tuned in, and yes, I know the Big Ten is tough, but I think the winner of this game definitely has a shot to make the playoff. We all saw what Vanderbilt did to South Carolina last week in South Carolina, 31-7. Definitely not a fluke. And now the Gamecocks got to go to a good Missouri team. Now, Missouri doesn't do as much shifting and moving as Vanderbilt, but they are still pretty good. Give me the Missouri Tigers in this one. Listen, I've talked about the Big 12, and they are playing some exciting games, but outside of Iowa State, Houston, Arizona, maybe Texas Tech, maybe Utah, BYU, maybe one team. Absolutely. I looked up and down that schedule, and only one game is kind of sticking out to me, and that's Nebraska welcoming the Michigan Wolverines to town. Nebraska is undefeated. I do like that win that they had earlier in the year against Cincinnati, but this will by far be the best team that they've seen thus far. That Michigan defense is outstanding, but Michigan Wolverines, you better pack your lunch because you're going into Nebraska. They're trying to get back, into the national conversation. Be ready. I'm definitely choosing the Hurricanes in this one, but how bad will they beat them? That remains to be seen. Miami is just absolutely loaded, and I don't know how Florida is right now between here. You might remember last season, they turned it around toward the end of the year, had high expectations coming into this year, but with Miami having Carson Beck and their defense just looking amazing, Miami may try to run it up on their fellow Florida boys. And the number one question y'all have asked me this week, I'm wondering about the Auburn offense. They looked explosive that first week in an impressive win against Baylor, but then against Ball State and South Alabama, they kind of sputtered. Now, were they taking their foot off the gas because of the level of competition and they didn't want to show too much going into conference play? Maybe, but Oklahoma has been pedal to the metal. Quarterback looks great. Wide receiving core looks good, and they got a steady defense. It's going to be a good matchup, but because it's in Norman, I'm going to take Oklahoma by 8. Yo, you want to get your questions in? I know you do. You got to follow me on Instagram or Facebook. I take these questions directly from my DMs, and I do my best to answer them because, I just love college football, and I don't have a life on Saturdays, okay? Comedian FunnyMaine, I'm a fan, not an analyst. Fanalyst. See y'all again next week.